Good morning and a very warm welcome to Comberton Baptist Church. This is our 6th online service during the coronavirus lockdown. My name is Bob Crichton and I'm one of the deacons at the church. Later on, Julia Catley will be introducing our worship songs and Mandy Gilbert-Smith will be talking on this morning's theme, The Road to Emmaus. You know, it's really quite strange talking to a small camera perched on top of my computer screen, and I apologise if I'm not a natural. My wife Lynn probably has it right when she says I have a good face for radio. After the service, you are all invited to join us for Bring Your Own Tea and Coffee and a time of fellowship. Just click the Live Fellowship button on the CBC TV page of our website. Last week was Easter weekend, when the fear and darkness of Good Friday were replaced by the joy and the light of Easter Sunday. Today we are exploring the reactions of the followers of Jesus as they start to realise that Jesus is indeed alive, that, to borrow a phrase from Churchill, the crucifixion was the end of the beginning, not the beginning of the end. That the resurrection of Jesus was the start of a new covenant relationship between God and his people. Along with much of the world, we are going through a dark time. Families are separated, people are dying without their loved ones present. Those living on their own are feeling even more isolated. Our economy has collapsed. People are fearful of losing their jobs and not being able to pay their bills. And at the moment, the end is not in sight. Yet, we also have reasons to be positive. There has been a national outbreak of kindness and selflessness. Over 750,000 people have put themselves forward under the official volunteering scheme, and countless more are helping their vulnerable and elderly neighbours. And spring has come as a reminder of God's amazing creation. The bluebells in Hardwick Wood are amazing this year. There are clearly more dark days ahead, but let us today take comfort in the final words of the risen Jesus to his disciples. And surely I am with you always, to the very end of the age. Let us pray. Father God, we place our trust in you in these difficult times. We pray that you will sustain and encourage us, that you will comfort those who are grieving or afraid, and that you will bless all those who are working so hard to keep us safe. We thank you for your precious Son, Jesus Christ, and ask you to soften our hearts and turn our faces towards you. Amen. During the week, I rigged up a microphone on the end of a 2-metre pole and visited some of our members who are not on the internet. Here is what they said.
Hello everybody, it's very nice to speak to you. It's a shame that we can't meet at church, but of course things will alter after a while, so it won't maybe not be too long before we're able to meet at church and have a jolly good laugh. Been keeping all right. I've been keeping myself occupied with doing jobs that I should have done a long while ago, such as cleaning the cupboard out and throwing papers out to the, paid bills that I've had paid donkeys years, so shredded them. Of course, got some books, my books I'm reading, and I'm doing some knitting, and also I've got a big jigsaw on the go. And in between eating and cleaning, eating and sleeping, yes, I cook a meal. I cook a meal every dinner time, and then at tea I probably have beans on toast or sardines on toast or something like that, and plenty of cups of tea during the day. I send best wishes to everyone at church, and I hope they all keep safe. And when I've got my prayer list, I go down the list and I pray for all my friends at church.
Hello everyone. greetings from Westlands. I'm missing you all. I can't normally join in the way that you can. I'm keeping myself out of mischief, baking, and I've made a chocolate cake the other day, and I'm doing lots of batch cooking, so I'm keeping myself healthy and not eating too much rubbish. My daughter brings my food. She's brought some today, quite a lot in fact. My son went and queued up at about 7:45 at Tesco's this morning for me, which was very sweet of him. And so I've been really blessed, very blessed. Yes, I read a lot. And I start the day reading. I do Our Daily Bread every day. I have done for many years. So I read that and start the day rather nicely with a cuppa and read my Bible at the same time. So some of it's completely different and some of it's just the same really, but I'm not finding it too difficult. I have odd days when I'm not quite the same and I wonder why, but basically I'm getting on really well and the weather is so lovely that everything seems to go quite well. I'm also gardening, which I didn't say. I'm doing quite a lot of gardening and so on, cutting of the lawn and so on. But it's nice to talk to you all. Take care and God bless till we see you again.
Yes, hello everybody. I'm locked in at Barton Road, but I'm enjoying myself and keeping busy. I've been going out for a walk for an hour or just over an hour every day. I've been cooking for myself and quite enjoying myself. Oh yes, I'm watching television, reading my Bible in the mornings, then reading other books during the day. Oh yes, I get very lonely at times, especially in the evenings. I can cope with the daytime very well, but in the evenings that's where the loneliness comes. Yes, I cook for myself. I sometimes have a ready-made meals, but I do like to cook for myself. They deliver it. I have a very good neighbour. They order the stuff and get it delivered, and they're very kind to me. I say goodbye now and hope to see you soon.
That's lovely.
Right, I must thank you all at the church for the way you've looked after me, for my lovely meals the ladies have sent me, and thank you for praying for me. Oh, I've been keeping ever so well. I cannot thank the hospitals so well. They looked after me, Addenbrooke's and Royal Papworth Hospital. They've looked after me ever so well. Time and time again. They came and bathed me and even wiped my bottom. I was really surprised. I never believed I could do such a thing, or they could do such a thing.
Yeah. Very brave, aren't they?
They're very brave indeed. They were, yes.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. The meals were excellent. I had 7 lasagnas every day, one a day. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Excellent food. I'm resting because if I do too much, I feel a pain here, and that mustn't split it. Oh, I'm reading all the time. Books, papers, always television, yes. Yeah. I'm very fond of documentaries on television. Well, I do hope to see you soon at the church. I do miss it. When I'm not at church, I look at the time and wondering what you're doing. That's an interesting thing to do. Yes, it's very interesting indeed. But I do miss the company. But I'm not one for interviews, to be quite honest.